This is a three-part series covering the case of Robert Caraballo. These episodes, with a mixture of audio and video files, can be found linked in the pinned comment as the case unfolds.
Oh,
Remember me?
I just recognized your face. How are you?
Oh, I'm super.
Didn't recognize
I'm really
you.
super.
Just when you came to the door, I was like, I did not recognize you. The only one that could possibly add any more detail would be Chris, and I would think that he would do it in my favor, but
He didn't.
I didn't.
He didn't do it in your favor.
I mean, I'm sure you've had to have been waiting for this day, haven't you? You didn't think this day would come?
I honestly didn't know.
Did you find everything you needed?
I found everything. I'm
Done.
completely done, and that's what I was going to share a couple things with you, and I found Chris.
It's November the 16th of 2018. It's been a little over 3 years since this detective received an anonymous tip from this woman. She called in April of 2015, telling the investigator that she knew the identity of a John Doe, a cold case of over 13 years. In 2002, a blueberry farmer was driving on his property when he noticed a tree that had been scorched with fire. Upon closer inspection, he found a metal trunk, and inside was the burned remains of a man. For 13 years, the identity of the John Doe would be donned Jack in the Box. And after seeing a documentary about the case, this woman would grow a conscience. And upon contacting Michigan authorities, she would tell most of the story, but she left several details out, especially the ones that made her look bad. So we're going to do a deep dive on all the elements of the case and hear from all the players, from the evil mom to the daughter that deserved more. The stage for this episode. Deneen contacts the Michigan authorities in 2015 after seeing a documentary about the Jack in the Box case. A guy who has a blueberry farm who sees a burned up human out in his field. He's unrecognizable, and he contacts the authorities. And for 13 years, they're investigating this. They make a documentary called The Jack in the Box. She sees this, and for some reason, decides that could be my dad. I mean, honestly, you probably shouldn't be like, that could be anybody unless you're involved in the case. I mean, your dad could be anywhere. He could be at the bottom of a river. He could be in Canada. He could be anywhere. But you think he's in this metal container burned up in the woods. That's a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a red flag. They probably gave her a little bit of a side eye over the phone. So they decide to go there and visit her and ask her a little bit more information about what makes you think this. And one of the crazy things is her stance, and I'll just kind of give this part away ahead of time, is I don't know what happened to my dad. He just left and never came back. They're probably thinking, well, why do you think he's in this metal container?
We're not mean or anything like that. We're understanding, okay? We've worked on just about everything, so.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time right now, but if you came a week ago, I probably would have been just fine. Just going to some things. I don't know. I want to do and say absolutely anything I can to help. What really screwed me up on all of this was the video that I watched. Because I understand that I was kind of born into this. Mm-hmm. And, it's just kind of the hand I was dealt. But when I watched, the gentleman that apparently found what I think is possibly Robert, said something. He said he drove past it and he wanted it to go away.
Thought I'd check into this farm to see if there was anything happening that I should know about, and drove in the driveway, and I immediately noticed the trees were scorched and saw the body in a tub, you might say. I drove on by thinking maybe it'd go away.
And that's how I felt my whole life. Like, I just wanted it to go away. And And I thought a piece of me was just like, God, you know, I prayed that it wasn't. I prayed it was. But to take an innocent person that obviously had no type of exposure to this chaos of a world of crap and make him feel the same exact way that I felt.
Well, I was just gonna say, you say the same thing about yourself.
It
too.
really messed me up, you know, and then I started digging and I started being who I am and just not leaving things alone and getting threatened and, you know, and accusing and pointing the finger. And, you know, I sent the video to everybody I could that would possibly watch it or whatever. And, you know, I probably shouldn't have done all that, but, you know, I'm an extremist. So,
Find out about any of that? Or did she contact you about any of that?
I changed my number. So there was no way really for her to contact me. After that, I changed my number almost immediately. I contacted you guys. I moved out here. I just moved. Remember I talked to you? I was like, I don't even know the address. I just moved out here. Like,
Any response from anyone?
I got that phone. I had a couple of text messages. I want to say one was like from Tasha or one was from my mom, but I had a verbal threat from my mother. You know, that whatever I might be thinking, I better keep to myself kind of situation. Along those lines.
She did kind of get a hold of you once after that, or after the link was sent out.
Oh, yeah. And she gave me the same kind of threat when I questioned her about grandma. You know, it was pretty much, take this to someone if you want to, you know, and I'll have your soul. Pretty much is how it was put, you know. That's when I called him, I was freaked out. I was just like, okay, I'm really in fear of my life here at this point. Like, I don't want her to know where I am. At the same time, me and my husband both just started working here. You know, we just started to completely separate. She caused all that chaos with the condo and all that, kicked him out and all this other crazy crap. And, you know, we had just decided that we're going to start over again for like the third time that my mother interfered with our relationship. The stroke was one incident, and we basically had to shut down everything we were doing, quit our jobs and move in with her, take care of my grandmother, my brother, and her while she couldn't talk, walk, eat, or, you know, communicate, anything for a whole month and a half.
Sounds like you've had to do that a few times, take care of her. Spent a life doing that, taking care of her problems. So.
Well, not necessarily, not always. It was.
Well, I mean, a lot.
It was just kind of forced on me. I mean, as she got older, she wasn't able to get around like she used to, and you know, she still circulated with people that could get around. She still talked to people that, you know, involved herself and wrapped herself in that type of stuff. So then, after, you know, she said, I don't even remember how it actually happened. I said something to her about, where's Robert? Yeah, I guess he was gone for like 2 or 3 days. I said, like, where's Robert at? And she said something along the lines of, oh, he went back to his old life. And I remember on the phone with my Aunt Brenda saying similar along the line. He went back to the streets, and we're just not going to have that. We're not going to follow him anymore. He went back to his old lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. And that, you know, kind of raised a flag, but she was in her, we need to get an auction, and we need to do this, and we're going to go, they're going to try to kidnap Cicely, they're going to do this, and blah, blah, blah. I just feel that something is wrong. My spirit, my heart is telling me that there is a connection, and anything I could possibly give you or say that will help you bring peace, solitude to any of this that she has caused to our family and any innocent outsiders, then that's what I'm here to do. Regardless of what the circumstance may be for me, I can only do what I can to help.
Now, her mother has several children by different fathers, and Robert is not her father. So she's calling him Robert. It's her stepfather. Okay.
You know,
We're not here to.
Several years of her life with jumping borders and identities, she worked as a coyote. So when I say I took Sicily, that's because she was probably jumping from Vietnam to Cambodia with 10 illegals. Or, you know, I can't put this into reality for most people. I don't even know where to start. I tried to write it in a book. I did. I swear.
I mean, you're not the.
One of the last times I talked to you on the phone, you said, bring a writer.
Bring a writer.
Bring a writer.
This
Right
is
to Hollywood.
It would. I tried. I'm telling you, as a kid, I swear, I tried to tell counselors, CPS, outsiders, neighbors. They would always just say stuff like, "Your daughter has a phenomenal imagination." I used to write papers and stuff, like there were true stories that happened. I went to New York City with $10,000 and my nanny went, and then it was like a fifth grade paper. No, they just thought I had a great imagination.
You know, and obviously we didn't just jump on a plane and come down here. We've talked to other people.
I
people
hope so.
that, you know, numerous people. I mean, Bob's looked into this for how many years, and
I hope
you're not like the first one we talked to, and obviously we do our homework and do a lot of stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
Before we came here.
I'm sure.
And that's
You'd
one
have
thing I
to.
don't want you to hold back on, is worrying that we're here to jam you up or something. Okay? Because it's...
To be honest with you, I don't think there's a damn thing that y'all could do that I haven't already suffered to that's 20 times worse.
There you go. But I don't want you to worry about it. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, I could only... I could only give you the, whatever information I can. I'm more than willing to help.
But I want you to...
But that video f***ed me up because I realized that she's had to affect hundreds of innocent people.
And just for clarification too, the video you saw is about 8-9 minutes long. Right off the website.
The Jack in the Box.
Yeah, the Jack in the Box thing.
Okay. I just want to say, Deneen, the only thing we want to hear from you today is the truth about everything.
Yeah, no, I'm fully giving you the truth. I mean, I'm giving you all that I can remember. And if you have any specific questions, ask it. Because I'll ramble and I'm a mess right now.
You're doing
I'm a disaster.
You're doing okay.
Don't want you to hold back, okay? I know you're holding back right now. And I think I can understand why I think I can understand, but I haven't been through the kind of life you have. I haven't been through the stuff you've been through, so I can't understand. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you and say I can. But like I said, we also did our homework and stuff, and, we've talked to people, and I mean, we got to get it taken care of, though. It's before she ruins any more lives, too.
I mean, if there's something specific.
I don't know about y'all, but I have a few specific questions that need to be answered.
Let me know, but I can help you with.
Start with what you know about Robert's disappearance. The whole thing.
Really don't know much. It was crazy. She causes this chaos. She did it with the same thing with my grandmother. She just sends a whirlwind. You don't know what's really going on.
Well, let me back up.
So apply the context ahead of time to the questions being asked. She didn't live in the home. She was grown. She was about 21 years old when Robert disappeared, and she would go over there and visit her sisters, and then she would leave. So she wasn't actually living in the home when Robert disappeared.
Have you ever stopped over there, maybe right before his disappearance, and something wasn't right, or she was acting weird, or she wanted you to help her do something?
I guess a couple months back. I mean, I don't know, 6 months. I don't know how long it was. Part of that, she said that he had hit her and hit Sicily. And she was acting very erratic, and I was just like, I don't have time for this. I have to go to work. And I left. But yes, she was acting weird. My mom's, what's it saying? Call when you when you call for help so many times, but you don't really need the help. What's
Cry wolf.
cry wolf? There you go. Thank you. She cried wolf as a way to get people to manipulate people.
Okay.
I really started to just shut her down after about 20. So when I realized that, okay, this is some of the shit she'd do to manipulate, I try to go, get away. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she did do that. She made a big stink one time about he bought a truck, or they had a van that they were throwing papers in, and he bought a truck or something, but the truck didn't work quite right, and she wanted... I remember walking in and them yelling, she wanted the paycheck to do something else with it, and she was pissed off that he had bought that truck. I don't even remember what happened to the truck.
Why don't you bring that up? What vehicles back when they were living in Charlotte?
I just remember a van.
Remember what kind of vehicles they drove?
I just remember a van.
Remember a van?
And a truck, but I don't remember what happened to the truck. I want to say the truck was yellow or tan or...
What color was the van?
Maybe blue or green.
Don't know for sure though.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah. Long time ago, I know.
I want to say it was a darker color. It could have been tan for all I
Who
know.
mostly drove it? Or
I mean, I guess they both did. I don't know. I know he drove it to work and throw papers. They used to go together, and then they got into that fight, and then she quit throwing papers with them.
Was there a lot of history of violence back and forth with them?
There used to be, when Robert got out, when she started to be herself, you know, get outrageous or drunk or high or whatever, he would go down in the basement and he'd read his Bible. Even when I came over, he would just go down and read his Bible. And I used to, out of curiosity, like peek down there, like, what the hell is he doing down there? Like, he'd say hi or whatever, and he'd go downstairs like he didn't want to be around me because of me being gay or whatever. So he'd just go downstairs. He didn't even say nothing about it. He'd say hi and he'd go downstairs. And I remember a couple times like looking down there, and you know, he'd be sitting there reading his Bible.
the house on Horatio? He would go down and...
I think it's Horatio. It's by
The
that
one
high
by
school.
the school.
Yeah, I think it's Horatio.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
I mean, but there was, I mean, hell, he made her have a miscarriage. He had kicked her in the stomach when she had her club down here.
So before he went to prison?
Before she got pregnant with Tasha. Yeah. I mean, there. Yeah. I mean, my mom.
Is your mom the type of person to take that kind of stuff?
No. I mean, no. I mean, there's always a retaliation. If you ask Tasha's biological father will tell you that Beverly turned Robert in because when he kicked her, he caused her to have a miscarriage from Tasha's dad. Follow that one.
And who's Tasha's dad again?
Jesse.
Jesse. Where's he from?
That's one I haven't heard.
That's the one I want. Yeah, I want
I don't
someone
know.
like
He's Colombian. He did probably 18 years hard time. I think he did longer than that.
Jesse.
Jesse, I have his actual spelling and stuff on a painting that he made. It's like his actual spelling. Ojos, Hoyos, Ojos, something like that. That's her biological father, and it carries Lenny's name because of the story I told you earlier. But my mom juggled men.
Right.
And played them against each other and retaliated against them, used one to retaliate against the other, and one's family against the other one's family, and she played with them all.
One was coming, one was there, and one was on their way out most of the time.
Right.
Yeah. Somewhere I've heard that I have a Taiwanese brother somewhere too, but I've never met him, so I don't know.
But when Robert got out of prison, he seemed to Did that seem to be the end of the domestic stuff?
On his side, I never seen him, when he got out, I didn't see him yell, and I definitely didn't see him confront any conflict.
Okay. You ever hear your mom?
And he definitely wasn't getting high, and he definitely wasn't getting drunk. He went to work. He threw his papers. Definitely, I seen that.
Did he?
I do not believe, under no circumstances, that he went back to his old streets or old ways or family or any of that stuff, because I bumped into, when I moved back down here 4 or 5 years after they had already moved to Jamaica, I bumped into one of Cicely's aunts. Mm-hmm. What I knew to be an aunt. We referred to her as aunt. I'm not sure if that was biological or not. And she asked about Robert. So for her to ask, he was not back in the streets. For sure.
And he didn't have any of those old connections up there at all. Everything was down here.
I mean, the only connections that I know he ran was, New York, New Jersey, California. I don't know too many Dominicans turning birds in Michigan.
What about just...
Or, dropping off 100 pounds of pot, and I don't know.
I think she just told us Hicks.
Yeah. Right.
No, I'm just saying, though, that's just...
Yeah. What about
that's not
just
where they're moving.
Friends? What about just anyone he hung out with or made a friend when he got out of prison, when he was living up there?
I didn't
In his
know.
life?
I didn't see him associate with anybody. I really didn't. And the association with me was at a bare minimum already, and then once he found out I was gay, it was virtually none.
So according to Deneen, Robert was a changed man when he came back from prison. Maybe not such a great guy beforehand, but when he got back from prison, he seemed to be a different person. Down in the basement, he's reading his Bible. He's trying not to get into arguments with people and so on. But Deneen, she's pointing fingers at her mom, thinking that her mom has something to do with Robert's disappearance. But she doesn't stop with Robert. There's another family member that recently died, and she thinks that maybe her mom might have something to do with that too.
Well, did Todd just show you my grandma? Picture of her? She's right there. She's dancing with Brett right there in our wedding pictures.
Oh, okay.
But that was less than a year before she died. She's doing a twist before she just vanished. She was mowing the lawn in 110-degree weather. Fully in function of her bowels. Yeah, she was having a little dementia slips or whatever.
Was she on hospice? Or something like that?
I think she had a caregiver. I don't think she was on hospice. I don't know. Really don't know. I'd go and just pop in and check on her. And check on, hi grandma, I love you. How you doing? Oh, Nene, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Guys, how are you doing okay? Did you do your homework today? All right, mom gets home soon. If you need anything, call me. I'd go by before school started. I just dropped off school supplies. That was.
You think your mom had something? Playing. You think she had something?
When I questioned her and I said that, she gave me that glare. She dared me to say something.
What glare?
Just the glare she.
Because that's obviously not a normal thought for someone.
It's not
you have had a normal life.
It's not.
But that's not a normal thought. Just for you to think that of her.
I'm really good picking up on. No, that's normal thought.
And that's kind of why we're here. What's happened
and
before
I've watched
that?
and I have.
So the next question would be, what would make you think that she did something to her grandma? Well, let's listen to her describe a story from her youth about some of the events, some of the things that she saw, that kids probably shouldn't see.
Well, what's happened before that? That's kind of why we're here, is make you.
Well, I don't know. He wasn't in here when I told you about the incident. We're somewhere in West Houston, and she. When we walked in there, I walked up the door, walked in, we were met by two Dominicans and Jamaicans, and everybody was yelling in all their languages, and I got shoved in the room, and gunfire, and I had to walk over dead bodies. And, it's just, there was nothing you drink with it.
Basically, while you were in the back room, someone got whacked.
Yeah, and I was a kid, and I walked over it. I didn't see exactly what happened. That was normal.
Now, I'll say this. My mom wasn't perfect, but I didn't have to walk over dead bodies as a kid. So I'm pretty blessed, and I'm pretty thankful my mom did a good job keeping me away from stuff like that.
Well, obviously, you know why we're here, though. Well, we're here for a few reasons, but
I just don't know.
the time up in Michigan,
I don't believe that he ran off.
I don't think you believe that either.
No, I really don't.
And I know he did.
When I question her about it, and I would get her, like, I would say stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I felt it, but if you, that's like, okay, for just a hypothetical scenario, you suspect Tony Montana of being a drug dealer, but you can't just go out and ask him why, because he's going to kill you or you're going to suffer some kind of crazy retaliation, right? So you kind of would, like, maybe subtly hint something when you maybe knew he was drunk or something like that and see where she went. And again, they're not normal responses. They're, she'd make just innuendos or make a reference to something else that had happened in the past that would suggest murder or something like that, but never just flat out say it. And she'd have to be belligerent and on something before she would even, make those kind of things. I mean, I don't know unless if there's something,
I just don't want to have to
specifically that I can
here,
help you.
I don't want to. I don't like to give people information and go, what about this? What about this? And spoon feed people.
Right.
Did you ever tell anyone that you knew a whole lot more about what happened to him than what you said to us?
Did I ever tell anybody that I knew a whole lot more? No. I mean, I might have made I know that I said to Tanya, the way that I was scared and the way that my mom is able to manipulate. I know I made a statement, like, my mom could flip this around any freaking way. She could try to say that I killed him or this or that or whatever. I might have said things like along that line, but I never just said that I knew more than what I said.
Let's just ask you that for the record, just for friends. Do you have anything to do with his death?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, not at all.
After seeing that video that you saw, how...
I told you that I felt that box, my mom has the very same box. I told you that. And I remember that box and that set specifically because my grandfather bought that trunk set. It was like a set. I guess back at that time of year or something, that was like the end thing. Was these trunks, they all fit inside of each other and it came like in a set of 6 or 8 and she has one of those trunks just like that. It looked, I mean, that box just like stuck in my head. Underneath her thing with pictures in it. Now Brett seen the box because I said something, she was drunk, and I said, Mom, I don't have any pictures, my house burned down, whatever. She was like, take all the pictures you want, take the whole trunk. So we had the trunk. We had the trunk for like 2 or 3 days. Well, I guess she went looking for the trunk or didn't realize that she gave us the trunk in a blackout state or something like that. But she fought tooth and nail, argued, and everything. I had to bring that trunk back, blah, 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 right now, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And Brett was there and seen and heard all of that stuff.
How long ago was that?
Before our wedding, because I wanted to go through the pictures, because I didn't have any. So I wanted to say 2013, maybe 12. But I remember the trunk set.
What color was that one?
Oh, the one that she had here?
Yeah.
That I think was is 100 grand.
Where'd she keep that?
The way her house was set up was she had 2 sectional sofas and like a TV on the wall, and underneath the TV on the wall there was like a buffet type table with like a tablecloth or something that draped over the front, maybe a runner type thing, and it was underneath there. And I mean, then all that didn't click until years later. Years later.
When you saw that video, you said to yourself that could be Robert, or that's Robert, or where were you at on that scale? You were pretty freaked at that then.
Yeah, because I made comments to her, and it just really wasn't the right kind of response. Like, it started with my grandmother, and then after that happened, I thought about Gaetano's dad. Now I know Gaetano's dad loved my mother since I was 5 years old. Every summer we'd go to Jamaica and they'd be together, and he'd always want to marry her and blah blah blah. And I don't see him giving her a divorce. I just don't see that happening. And then the way she came back, it just all kind of reminded me of that same scenario that the whirlwind she caused with Robert. The same thing she did with my grandmother's death. Like, it just seems to be like a pattern. And I've seen her do it to strangers, no problem, or business acquaintances, or bad business deals, or whatever the hell she had going on. So why would it be any different?
Were you saying that you suspected something bad happened to Riney too?
Yeah, I definitely think so. But I wasn't there.
Were they ever married?
They were married. I was her maid of honor.
Married on Jamaica. How old were you?
Montego Bay. I don't know. I was with. Me and Jamie were back here, living here already. So 3 or 4 years after she'd left already, maybe 5, something like that. 4 or 5.
She referenced her leaving already. She's talking about her mother. Her mother actually left town. She left the country after Robert disappeared.
I don't know. That she got sick, and she came back here because she was sick with the Gaetano pregnant. She got medical help, went back.
2006, 2007?
I don't know. I really don't know. No, it was later than maybe 6 or 7, maybe. I don't know. I know it was after me and Jamie broke up. I'm trying to think where I was working. Maybe that would help with the year or something. All of anything I had that would have been pertinent evidence of anything, anybody's name or information, burned in that house fire. Photos, dates, calendars, all of that stuff is gone. Journals, all of it's gone. I started therapeutically writing journals. Anytime that I could remember an event, I wrote it. And it's all gone. It all burned in the fire.
Going there on summers to visit?
Oh, ever since I was 5 years old, we went every single summer for 3 or 4 months. Yeah, back and forth.
And then she lived there for 4 years or so, 4 or 5.
She lived there before she came back with Gaetano. I want to say Gaetano was like 2 or 3 whenever they came back.
Did you talk to Tanya today? I mean, besides when we were there. Phone. Did you talk to
I
her
talked to her
after
after y'all left. Yeah.
What did you guys talk about?
I just asked her what kind of questions y'all asked or whatever. She said, y'all asked a lot of timeline stuff that she couldn't really help with. And I told her, ooh, I'm the worst for that.
No, she was more help than she thinks.
She said that I guess y'all asked a character question on me or whatever, what kind of person I was.
Now, Tasha, Tanya, Cicely, there's a couple other kids, are all her siblings. And yeah, they're asking questions about her because this is insane.
No, about the same time I got into an argument with Brett. He was texting while I was on the phone with her. She was on speakerphone. I was trying to read his text. I don't remember. I couldn't get my storage unit. My dad called. I don't remember everything. We didn't talk long, 10 or 15 minutes. But actually, I probably could play it back to you.
I asked you if you did anything because Robert's death.
Did I do anything about that? No.
No. Are you worried about us being here and talking to you?
I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried my mom's gonna find out. I'm worried about who she might call to come chase me now that I know she knows at least that I'm in Galveston. Yeah, I'm worried about that. Damn right. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm worried.
Are you worried about anything legally coming back on you for any reason?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I could probably incriminate myself somewhere already. So, I mean, whatever it is that you can do, whatever it is, I mean, I was a juvenile and that's my life. That's what I was brought up in, and I'm just trying to help. If you hold that against me, so be it.
I asked you before, Dane, about if you had told anyone else about you knowing more about what happened to Robert than what you've told us.
No, I mean, not me knowing. I mean, I've vented to people. I've accused out loud. I have, painted all kinds of scenarios. She probably did this or that or that. Yeah, I have tried to voice it on multiple occasions.
Scenarios such as throwing out there.
Anything. Killed him, ran him over. I don't know. She ran over Tasha. She shot in other people. Maybe she shot him. I don't know.
What if someone told us that the information was that after the fact that you might have been to the house, maybe you just checked on the kids or something, and she got you to help just to drive or something like that after it happened already?
Not knowingly, I damn sure didn't. Did I say that to somebody? No. Now, I said to Tanya, she could flip shit any way she wants to. If, I was scared about wanting to talk to you guys. And I told Tanya, how she is. She could flip it any way she wanted to, turn it around on me, or, I'm nervous. She's a master. I'm scared. And Tanya just kept telling me, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth, to whatever. And that's about the gist of it.
Okay. And I explained to you, though, I mean, we didn't just show up here. Bob's investigated this for 12 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we've both done, a ton of interviews on it. Mostly Bob. And,
had you interviewed any of my family?
We know a lot more than you probably think we do. Okay. But, we're down here in Texas, so.
Right.
We got on a plane, we don't just do that to, I don't know what you're afraid of, if it's legal stuff or if it's really your mom, or both.
It's both.
Okay.
It's both. Anybody in their right mind would be afraid of both.
You don't know us, and you're not going to trust us, and I don't know you. That's why I asked the question to Tanya. What kind of person am I going to go meet?
It's just.
And she told me some pretty good stuff. She told me a lot of good stuff, but also when we find out that you've said stuff, and said stuff a certain way that only a person with firsthand knowledge would know, stuff, little details that we're not talking scenarios, okay? We're talking stuff that is firsthand knowledge. We're not here to jam you up. We are not here to jam you up. We are here to get this taken care of. You may not believe that, but it's true. We're not here to jam you up.
It's been 13 years. We've got to get it out.
I can't, I can only say so much. I feel like I have to allow you to do your job. I can't just put myself in a position where that now you want me to sit on a stand in front of my mother and my family and everything else. I just don't want to be in this situation like this. I mean, I'm in fear of my life, my freedom, my future. I mean,
No, we've done this a lot. I know it's always like this. I try
just
to.
don't know what else. I'm not that comfortable. I can't. So I want to Brett here.
When you can't,
I fight with myself. It's a problem.
I think it's a big problem.
It is.
I think this is causing you a lot of problems. I know it is. I think it's gonna. It may hurt a little bit bringing stuff up right now, but I think it's gonna help you out a lot in the long run.
My whole entire
Personally.
life, I have spent trying to wash this hurt away from my mother.
You have carried this a long time, though.
It's not just this.
I know.
There's so much more than just this. There's so much more than just this.
This is a great example of it, though.
This is a pretty big example. I mean, look at this.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should have an attorney here. I don't know what to do.
Trust us.
Take a look. I know you don't know us, and like I said, you don't know.
My whole entire life, I was taught that cops were not good, and you want me to trust you?
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
You'll have a tough time believing this because of how you feel about yourself in life. But you're kind of a hero to me.
I'm not a bad person.
No, you're not.
No.
And I'm sitting up there in Michigan 13 years after this thing happens. I don't have a clue what's going on.
Let me preface this statement by saying I want the bad guys taken off the street. I want my kids to be safe, and I want the bad guys put where they belong, okay? But I will say this. They had nothing. They had nothing. Before she called them, they had nothing.
And I get emails from you. And that's like step A in this whole process. And holding Bev responsible for what she did is step Z.
Are you guys staying in town? Is there any way that I can finish moving this stuff and we have this meeting tomorrow after I get out of work?
You could,
Let me
but
sleep
can we
on
talk a
this
little
and-
more?
We're kind of an important point right now.
I just,
I mean, it's
I'm
just.
f***ed up right now.
I know what you're saying. You're worried about. What Bob's saying is, I mean, you're worried about testifying. You're worried about your mom finding out. You're worried about. We're at like he said, when you sent that email, we're at like
I'm going
step
through a
A.
separation. I'm trying to move my stuff out. I mean, just,
Okay, but
I'm going through a lot. Right
we're also
now.
looking at a guy who actually changed his life. Was getting his life straight, and now he doesn't exist anymore because of somebody else, and
Evil.
I mean, you told us when we came in here, whatever I can do, whatever I can say, and I believe that, and I believe you're a good person, just like Tanya said. That's why I asked that. I mean, I can tell. Me and Bob can tell when we sit across from somebody who's an evil shithead, honestly, or somebody who doesn't show remorse, or somebody who's a good person who gets wrapped up in stuff that they shouldn't.
Just don't know what.
And it's totally
To do.
understandable. We know why.
Don't know what to do.
We know why you're at where you're at, but I think we both know you're going to come through too.
I just don't know what to do. I really just got too much going on right
I
now.
think you're gonna do the right thing. I think that's the kind of person you are.
I want to know how many of you guys have done something, not this, of course, none of you have called and said, hey, I know about a murder. None of you guys have done that. But how many of you guys have said something? Think back. You said something and then you just regretted it. You're like, I can't believe I freaking said that. Oh my goodness. How many of you guys have done that? Put a hand emoji in the comments.
I always
You
do the
maybe
right
don't want to
thing.
hear that from me right now.
No, I always try to do the right thing. I really always do.
I think you do too.
And the right thing always seems to bite me in the fucking ass.
There's only one thing to do here.
I mean, I really can't. I don't know what to do.
Just start. Tell us what happened.
I'm having trouble. I really am.
I wish I could know what to say to put your mind at ease.
How long you been a cop?
17, 18 years? 18 years.
I got about 10 more than him, and neither one of us has lost anyone yet.
That's what I told her out there. I said, I've even had times where I've went, uh-oh, these guys are serious.
The more in depth you can tell us about everything you know, the more we can make sure that this gets done right. If we get left hanging, swinging in the wind with what we know now, that makes everything a whole lot harder for everyone. And that's when bad things happen.
It's true.
Because then we have to run off half-assed, and then things get ugly.
I just...
Did she call you that day? Did you have
No.
to stop over? How did it start?
They got in an argument because I'd stayed there about 3 nights. Had a broken foot. I couldn't drive a standard vehicle. They got in an argument about me. Robert didn't want me staying there. I had my friend Chris came over. We were smoking a joint and playing a guitar on the veranda of sunroom, whatever the hell it is, whatever they call it, ice marine. They got into an argument. She started yelling and screaming. He went down in the basement. I don't really remember what happened. Chris was playing his guitar. She came over and she said something about she was gonna kill him, this and that. Me and Chris just were like, yeah, whatever. And time went by. He probably played 3 songs. And they were fighting. They were arguing. She kept going up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. I don't really know how everything transpired or what happened exactly. No, I'm not okay. Have y'all talked to a Chon? Chon? No?
Who?
Chon? CHAWN?
What is that?
Well, unless somebody asked us that same thing about you wouldn't want us to say, right?
Well, no, I just
Kinda
find it
how-
odd that he's texting me out the blue. I haven't talked to him since I was in Michigan, and
All
here
I'm
he
saying
texts me.
is that's not usually how we do it.
Nature
because I don't wanna-
2 favorite things. I find it heartbreaking that you... And he left it... ... Anyways, really, don't know what all transpired. Have no fucking clue. I took about 4 or 5 Klonopins, smoked a joint, passed out.
Okay.
Chris would be who you'd have to talk to. That could confirm.
Chris who?
I don't know his last name. It was like that. I don't know his last name. I don't have any clue. He plays guitar. His name's Chris. He has a brother that lives there somewhere too.
Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but if you were supposedly allegedly involved in a murder and you didn't want to be like caught up in it, in trouble, you probably shouldn't call and report it. I'm just saying. I know it's obvious. You probably shouldn't call and report it. Probably shouldn't call and report it. But the next thing you probably shouldn't do is give them more people to interview. That might be a mistake. I mean, the more people that give a narrative, give a statement, the more the stories don't add up and the more they put the pieces together. So I'm not going to lie. It seems like she has failed criminal school. She's getting an F today.
Who's Chris? I mean, a friend of yours, or is he someone who lives in Charlotte, or someone that's a...
Well, he's actually from Texas too. He was a friend that I met. He had a brother there. What's St. There's Charlotte. What's the next little city going south?
There's a few. Marshall, Battle Creek,
No, going south is in Charlotte. South.
Olivet,
Maybe it was Olivet.
Bellevue.
Olivet sounds familiar. I don't know. Anyways, he was there. This is like just on the outskirts of Charlotte. It's a little town. I can't think of the town. Kind of woodsy. Dips and goes into it down south. I don't know. Anyways, he was there. So
Chris, you mean, or Chris's brother was there too?
Chris.
Okay.
No, not Chris's brother. Chris's brother is some sort of musician. I don't remember.
Chris, the same age as you?
No, I think he was older. Anyways, so
Why would he be the one we'd want to talk to?
well, he can confirm my story. He was there.
Okay, what is your story though? You kind of were starting to get going and then you locked up on us, okay?
Oh, we were trying to find out who Chris was. We diverted her.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyways, I passed out, woke back up like a few hours later, whatever. Chris was still there, smoking a joint, whatever. And she comes in there screaming, and she killed him. What are we gonna do? This and that. Well, we ain't doing shit.
Now, that's the first thing I agree with her on. Now, there ain't no we. We ain't do nothing.
And she's freaking out. She's freaking out, and she's freaking out. The kids are gonna be home soon. Just all kind of crazy shit. I was pretty fucked up. Don't really recall how everything transpired or got the way it did. Somehow I ended up leaving with Chris and coming back the next day, or next morning or something, afternoon, I don't even remember. And yeah, she says, hey, help me put this in the van or whatever. And I'm like, what? She's like, got some papers I need to burn or whatever. And it's sitting, I don't even think of it. I remember chipping up concrete. You have to ask Chris. I cannot remember the details. I blacked most of it out. I was high. It's just all fucked up. Really is. I remember her chipping out the concrete.
Right.
In the basement. And I can't remember Chris's name.
Why'd you chip the concrete out?
I didn't. She was chipping the concrete. I mean, that was just something that I remember.
You know why?
I could only make an assumption. Probably because there was blood or something on it.
Sure.
I was abusing the pain medicine they gave me. I was smoking pot. And I have done a hell of a bang up job trying to forget about it. I don't know. I remember the first reaction was, shut up. Like, me and Chris both looked at her like, shut up. What are you talking about? And she was like, I killed him. I killed him. It's over. It's over. The kids are going to be home soon. Or wake up soon. I don't remember.
You don't remember if they were there or what time of day it was, darker.
I remember it was dark at one point because he was playing the guitar on that dayroom, sunroom thing, and I took a handful of my Klonopin and I remember going to sleep. But I want to say it was like daybreak when I woke up.
Okay. And that's when she's saying this stuff to you? When you woke
Oh, yeah, no, she came in and saying that she was going to kill him. Basically the same thing that she did with Tasha whenever she was going to run him over, when she ran her over.
You heard that correctly. Earlier, I redacted that out of the beginning of this interview just so I can move it along. But I will have a bonus scene at the end for those of you who want to hear about how the mother supposedly ran over the daughter.
And me and Chris were just kind of like, whatever.
Right.
You know? It's really hard to remember.
Okay.
I could...
Recall her saying how she killed him? The bridge here is, I killed him, and then the next day, we gotta go burn some papers. There's, you know, like...
Or even... the sun was up. I don't know if it was like the next day or later it was late at night and turned morning on us. I can't
Chris sleep there with you?
remember. Chris was there. Chris slept in the chair. I was on that couch. But we were in the sunroom.
And that's where you woke up from, too?
Yeah, we were both in the sunroom.
You talked before about, you know, he'd go downstairs when you were around a lot, but you're looking at him, you know, kind of checking him. What did he have down there? What?
Weights.
Where was he sitting when he was reading his Bible and stuff?
There was like a table. Where the stairs came down. There was... It's like kind of offsets. It wasn't a finished out basement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like KV, like man KVs, like KV when I say KV.
Right.
Kind of offset. Something like, I can't remember which way, actually broken rock or brick around the corner.
Really old school basement.
Yeah. I don't know. Really, I'd never been exposed to a basement until I went up there. I was like, who the hell wants to go sit down there? What the hell is that? You know what I mean?
You said something about he would sit on the steps, too, or no? I thought you said
No,
that earlier.
he's at the. I would like go to. Went a couple times, like first couple steps, and just like kind of looked.
Okay.
Like, he had weights down there. I think there was some Christmas decorations down there.
And he'd sit where? At a table or something?
Yeah, there was a table.
How far from the end of the steps was that? Like at the steps end right here downstairs in the basement, where was his table?
They were actually in the basement drawings. So these were your steps down. I want to say it had like a down incline and then a step up here. But he had a table, I think it's like right about here. And he had his, I think there was a sewing machine or something too, and weights. The weights here and weights back here. Like a bench and the free weights.
Is this like
Christmas
coming down the
decoration.
stairs this way or this way?
Down. Shape.
Okay.
So it was a funky shape. It wasn't squared. I don't remember squared. And it kind of had like a shelf of brick and mortar. It was odd.
He would read his Bible down there.
Yeah, he'd sit at that table. He had a lamp or two down there or something. He'd sit down there.
You talked about upstairs that so-and-so's room. They have like regular living room.
Well, the
Furniture
living
kind
room,
of stuff?
no, they had a bed in there. They had a bed in there and they had curtains over the door. That's where
Couch
Robert and
in there,
her
too?
slept. I don't remember if there was a couch. I don't think there was a couch. I highly doubt there was a couch because I remember he'd always be in the dining room. I don't know. I didn't go in there very much.
Okay.
I really didn't. And she had that auction and sold pretty much everything before she left. So I don't know. Chris would have to like fill in my gaps, and that's.
Well, help us here then. Let's talk about that.
I want to
Help
say
us
it's
fill in the gap to
McMillan or Max something. Mick MC. It's like capital MCC McGullen McMillan. No.
But he was from down here also.
That's what actually brought us together as friends. Was he was a Texan
What's he look
too.
like?
But he was living up
Good-looking
there.
guy.
He just had been from Texas.
Yeah, a good looking guy. He went to stay with his brother for something, some music stuff. I
And
don't.
brother's name?
I went to his brother one time. They played music in the basement. There's a studio in the basement, and it's in the next little town south of Charlotte.
Sure it's south? Might be Olivet. Was there a college here?
Olivet sounds good.
I mean, north is like Potterville and Vermontville's around there. And
No, it was out the back end of Charlotte. When you drove out the main drag and then
Okay.
down Cochran and kept going, what's that next little town?
Olivet.
I think that's it. Olivet. It was right on the border of Olivet and Charlotte.
Okay.
Big ass house. I'm talking probably a $500,000 house
Okay.
with a studio in the basement.
Wow.
Is there anything else in here? You know.
No, it's out of that. That's all.
How much older than you do you think he was? And you were.
I was 22, 21, something like that. I want to say he might have been 28 to 30,
How old are you now, Denise?
35.
So he'd be about maybe around 40-ish now.
Yeah, good looking guy, slender, tall, glasses, plays guitar. Yes.
His brother had like a studio.
He had a big house with I want to say there was even like a platinum album or something down there in the basement. And a bunch of guitars, professional
They were into their music.
recording.
It was his brother's house, not the parents.
No, it was his brother's. It was his brother. I remember him saying his brother.
You said what got you guys together is having the Texas background. Where would you see him at? Where would you meet him? Cool. Got a name?
I don't remember where I met him.
Well, I kind of forgot a little. So, when she wakes you up, you and Chris are still there?
Well,
Or did she wake you up,
she
or did
came
you
in
wake up?
screaming.
Okay.
She just came in screaming.
Did you get the feeling that it had just happened?
Yeah, or not long
Was it
before.
kind of daylight then that you remember?
I want to say the sun came up shortly.
Yeah.
I don't think it was up when she first came in screaming.
What happened then?
I think I started yelling at her, told her to get out. I
You
didn't.
didn't believe her?
I was fucked up. I had a broken foot. There wasn't really fucking nothing I could do, even if that was the case.
What about Chris?
I
Was
told her
he
to get the
awake
hell out of here.
when she said that?
I think he was just waking up too. I think she startled us both up out of our sleep, like screaming, banging or whatever. I don't remember exactly.
Do you remember if she had anything on her? What she was wearing, or what she looked like, or?
A sweater. I want to say it was
Blood
blind.
hanging on her?
I didn't see any blood on her. No.
Marks on her face? Like that?
I don't remember.
So what
I
happened?
definitely don't think he hit her.
Okay.
He really wasn't aggressive.
What happened after that then? So did you go back to sleep, or did you said something about shutting the door or something, or?
Yeah, I think I yelled at her, or shut the door, leave me alone, or I don't really remember exactly how or whatever. And then she came back in the room yelling some more about kids are gonna get home or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're gonna be home, or they gotta go to school, or they're coming home from school. I don't remember.
Okay.
I remember like just barely daybreak. It seemed like could have been just barely evening.
And then what? What do you remember next?
Her wanting us to put the trunk into the car, into the back of the van.
How long is this after when she originally wakes you up? When she says I killed him and she wakes you up. I mean, how long later is this?
I don't know.
I mean, the same day, a week later.
I mean, I wasn't slept days. No, it had to have been, I mean, that's probably half the reason I took, 4 or 5 Klonopin and smoked a bunch of hydro and
Right.
passed the hell out and some Vicodin at the same time for my foot, so, it all seemed like it was either, it was dark. I remember it was dark when Chris was playing the piano. Playing the guitar.
Okay.
Either I woke up when it was turning dark again, or just breaking morning, like just dusk or dawn. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't remember. I remember her having some kind of metal thing in her hand. Metal. I want to say it was like a little mini bat, like a kid's first
Okay.
metal bat, or a single weight dumbbell bar. It was a crowbar. It could have been too. I don't know. Tire. I don't know. Around that size. I yelled at her. Close proximity. I slammed the little screen door thingy.
Okay.
I remember Chris saying, "You think she really did that?" or something like that. I was like, "Ain't no telling with that bitch." And I don't really remember much. I don't remember anything else until her asking to put the. No, I remember her chipping concrete. Because I went to the basement door and I asked her what the hell she was doing, and she was chipping away the concrete.
What'd she say?
I don't remember.
Either
I want to say she said something like "fucking cleaning up" or something like that.
either one of you guys went downstairs.
I couldn't make it downstairs. I had a bum foot. I don't recall if Chris did or didn't. I don't know. I want to say his name's McMillan. I want to say his name's McMillan. Chris McMillan.
And then she came to you about the trunk.
That's the next thing I remember is her chipping the concrete and then us putting the trunk in the back of the car.
Did you ever go back to sleep in between the, like after the concrete chipping and
I was in and out.
In and out?
I was in and out of consciousness. I was fucked up.
Okay.
Could barely stand. I was pretty fucked up.
So then she asked you about this, what'd she say about the...
She wanted me and Chris to put the trunk in the car, in the back of the van. And I couldn't help. It was snowing and everything else.
Where's the trunk at?
I want to say it was sitting like right outside that door, the back entrance door. And the van was backed in the driveway. And I just kind of looked at her and I rolled my fucking eyes.
Wasn't in the basement, the trunk?
I don't know. I recall seeing it outside the door. The back door. This back screen door.
Okay.
And she backed the van right up here because the garage is there.
Okay, is there a driveway there?
There's a driveway. And that truck he bought or whatever was parked over here.
Okay.
But the truck wasn't running or something. They had been arguing about that.
Okay. Is this daylight or dark out now?
Dusk or dawn. I don't know
One
which
or
one
the
it
other.
was. It was either sun just going down or sun just coming up.
Okay.
And half of that is because it's snowing. I can't. Like I could tell here it's sunny. It's morning.
Let me ask you this.
But it was
Is
a
there-
winter.
Now that we're going through all this stuff, was there even any mention from her about records, or was it common knowledge that he was in the trunk
At that point, no.
when she wanted you to load up the trunk?
No. That was not common. Common part came, not common, but the knowledge of that came years down the road. Years, when Fisley wanted to go to the military. That's when all that came up.
Did you guys help load it up, or how did?
I didn't, her and Chris put it in the back of the truck, the van. And I remember Tasha was in the car, the van, yelling. Tasha was freaking out about something. She was having an episode. But I don't know if Tasha's seen. I don't know.
Okay.
I remember Tasha freaking out. And she was screaming. And I remember my mom telling her to shut up.
Remember where Cicely was?
I can't even see this way. Tasha was freaking out. Freaking out to the point where my mom was actually punching her in the face, freaking out.
How old is she then? Tasha?
10 or 11.
And this is when the trunk's being loaded in the van.
She was freaking out before that. I think she was freaking out around the time I remember her chipping out the concrete. Down there banging with the hammer, chipping the concrete. I remember Tasha freaking out. Huh?
Could you see Bev chipping?
Yeah, she was right at the bottom of the stairs. Like, I didn't have to go down.
Okay,
Like when you open the
What
door,
was she using?
hammer or something. I don't.
Just like
She was banging. She had banging. I hear clank, 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 clank. You know, I'm assuming it was a hammer, mallet, something.
Man, just think about that. Just think about the criminal mind involved in that. You know, Robert just died. You know, let's gather around and hold our hands and pray. No. Let's chip the concrete.
It was right at the bottom of the stairs where she was doing it.
Yeah, like you can. It had like just a banister, so you could see.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a solid wall where you have to go down to see what's kind of going on at the bottom of the stairs.
I mean, no, she wasn't like right where you walk down the steps and when you're.
No, not at the last step. No, it was
Okay.
kind of off to this. I could see her through the railing.
Okay.
So she and Chris loaded the box into the van. Tasha's been freaking out. She was screaming. Bev even slaps her around.
Oh, she hit her 2 or 3 times in the face. I remember that because I yelled at her. And then I begged Tasha just to stop. Please just stop.
What happened from there?
I blacked out again. I was going in and out. I was fucked up.
Yeah. Did they leave?
Yeah, they left. They were in the van. Screaming and yelling and punching each other. I was in the van, yeah.
You were with them.
You were
Yeah.
with them too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Chris.
I don't remember if Chris was there or not.
You don't know who was driving?
I think Beverly was.
You weren't in any condition to?
Hell, no, I definitely wasn't. I was going in and out of consciousness.
Okay. Well, tell us whatever you can. What can you remember from there?
I remember Tasha freaking out. And I remember going in and out in the passenger seat.
And she's in the van, Tasha, at this point?
Tasha's in the van. I want to say Fitzley was in the van too. I can't place Chris. I don't think Chris was with us.
So, what's Bev say you guys are doing at that point? Where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you all in the van?
I don't recall what she said. I don't really recall very much. I remember begging Tasha to stop and yelling at my mom for punching her. Looking out the window and kind of dozing off.
Remember what you're seeing as you're looking out the window? Where you guys are
Snow.
going?
Snow.
I mean, like landmarks, though, or roads you're on, or where you're at.
No. Now I remember
I mean, the hard part's over now.
Tasha screaming some more. What?
What do you recall?
Tasha screaming
stopping
some more.
somewhere?
I don't recall a stop. It's possible he stopped. I really don't remember. Come in!
Shit, is that?
I can't remember if we stopped or not. And that's God's honest on that. I really can't.
It's some point you woke up.
I woke up with Tasha freaking out and the back of the van slamming. Back of the van was slammed. I don't even think I woke up. I think I just regained consciousness. I don't think I was asleep. I was... The door slammed. Tasha was still freaking out and screaming. My mom was screaming. And I think I can remember Chris being there right around that time. So he had to have been in the car. Because I remember when that door slammed, I think he was sitting in the seat behind me.
Okay.
And Tasha was in the very back of the van. Like the back couch seat,
Where were you at?
the passenger seat.
Is it dark out now?
I want to say it's dusk or dawn. I don't think it's dark. It's not. I don't feel night, sleep, dark.
You hear the back slam. What then?
I don't know if we stopped or something. I can't remember. I really can't remember. I don't know if we stopped somewhere or if we. I don't remember. I remember when we got back to the house, though, she got on the phone immediately with Brenda, and she started saying that she's gonna have an auction, this and that, on the phone. And I had called Jamie, and I had Jamie come pick me up. I really don't. Can't remember
I mean, the hard
very
part's
much about
over.
that.
Hard
I really
part's
can't
over.
remember. Well, I understand the hard part's over, but I can't really remember. And if I can't remember, I can't remember.
Well, did you remember with telling a few other people a few more details towards the end of that trip?
No, I don't know. Ask me something specific, because I really.
Well, let me
can't
ask you
remember.
this: Did you see Robert's body?
You said it was pretty graphic.
Well, I've seen it on the video.
Well, that's what.
I mean, back then.
Recall. I really can't recall. He might have been at the bottom of the stairs. I promise you, I have tried so hard to black and block all of this. I can't remember.
I don't think though. This is gonna help. I think you know it is too. That this is gonna help you personally. Some of your
Regardless of what, can't recall anything else.
So at the conclusion of this interview, the detectives move on and continue their investigation. They're down in Texas. They head back up to Michigan. They go and continue their investigation. And then this detective bumps into her, imagine that, in Florida. He's not there for her, but she just so happens to be locked up. So he decides to drop in and tell her how the investigation's been going.
Oh,
Remember me?
I just recognized your face. How are you?
Oh, I'm super.
Didn't
I'm
recognize
really
you.
super.
Just when you came to the door, I was like, I did not recognize you. How are you doing?
Hopefully we're not locked in here, but. Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah. How are
What's
you?
going on? Did you find
I would
along?
ask you how you're doing, but
Good.
not good.
I have been through hell, back again, brought back to life, and everything else the last time I seen you.
I
no
heard
shit.
something about you.
Yeah, I was in a really bad accident. Yeah, I was in the hospital 147 days. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dead back
didn't
in.
know if you would have a leg or not when I saw you.
They did a study, like guinea pig thing. I forget, a trial that I got to sign up for.
Yeah.
They took the lattice muscles out my back to reconstruct my leg. They put rods in there to reconstruct the bone, regraft the bone, reconstruct the bone, put 2 plates. It's pretty wicked. You want to look at it? Bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
It
still-
was just
is-
hanging on by the flesh, by the back flesh, but the rest, the bone was missing from here to here.
Is there still metal in there?
Oh yeah, there's 3
That's what it's
rods
gonna be, yeah.
and 2 plates going across here, and then that's one part of this side of my lattice muscle on my back, and this is the other side.
At least they saved it.
They put the calf muscle that was back there, and reconnected the tendon. It was pretty wild.
So you.
But yes, they did save it. I am septic. I've got a lot of.
You're septic still from.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble when they're getting medications. Like I'm supposed to be on lung medication. My left lung.
You have trouble getting medication in a jail? That's
Yes.
weird.
I mean, but okay, I'm not asking for pain meds. I'm asking for heart meds,
Oh, I know.
ulcer medication, and antibiotics. Man, what do you think I'm gonna do? Crush it up and snip it? I mean, come on. That's really just what I'm looking for.
What are you gimpy now? Are you like walk with a limp? Or
Yeah,
can you
I'm
walk
supposed to have a
pretty good?
cane. They took my cane from me. The cop did. He was like, we can't put it in the back of our cop car. They'll give you another one when we get to jail. Well, they haven't given me a cane, so it's supposed to be under compression. I'm supposed to be on 3 different antibiotics because I'm septic. I damaged the left ventricle of my heart. I'm supposed to be on heart meds, and I collapsed both my lungs, broke every bone in my upper body. It's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd say
if I
so.
go on. Did you see it?
I saw
It
pictures
made,
of it.
yeah, it made papers.
Some
It made
newspaper
papers.
down
Yeah,
there.
it
Yeah.
made papers.
Yeah, because my I got buddies down there that, and they realized that was you, because they know I came down to talk to you and other people before, and and he says, "Is this her? I think this is her." And
Yeah, it was serious.
the one guy grew up in that area where you were.
And then after all that, after I got out of the hospital, my mom somehow communicated with my middle sister. They took everything that I had in the townhouse, threw it out, took over the townhouse, put me and my husband out in the street. That's why we ended up here.
So it was of all the timing for me to be down in the South doing some stuff, and then how long have you been in here though? I just heard
I've
you
been
got
in this
arrested.
jail since October 27th. I think it was the 27th.
Traffic stop deal or something, and you had once.
Yeah, exactly. We had a bad tail light.
You ain't looking at nothing here though, right?
No, I haven't gotten in any trouble. No.
They're probably trying to extradite you then.
They're trying to extradite me, but I don't know. I was trying to get an attorney to see like what the extradition is or how the process even freaking goes. I was
Must
supposed
be
to,
the wrong guy.
yeah, I was supposed to have a court date like on the 10th or something. The 10th, I think it was, or the 13th, and then all of a sudden they pushed it back to November 27th. So.
Who'd you piss off over there in Texas? Did you make somebody look like an ass?
I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Because they don't just. Because I don't think your charges are that serious over there.
that's what I said.
And to extradite you from.
That's what I
they'll
said.
extradite
It's
you
just
from
like
anywhere. If you would have got.
Class B forgery or some shit like that is what they're saying. So I was like, what the fuck?
Well, because I looked at it, maybe there was a little forgery thing on there, but there was just, what I noticed was just like a drug thing, but it was like under a gram.
Yeah, it was like some
Possession
possession of something. It was like paraphernalia in the car is what it was.
Yeah, it was some chicken shit. And it
Yeah.
was, but they got in there, like if you would have got pulled over in Washington State.
Me?
I said if you would have, like California say, they would come and pick you up. They had it in there and they'd pick up anywhere.
Who, Texas? Me? To pick up
For that.
anywhere?
For that, so I'm like, she made somebody look like an ass.
Who? How?
Because it said something about, no, maybe that was something else, but, I don't know if you ran from somebody or got away from somebody at some time or some point, but you made somebody look like an ass, I think. That'd be I
The
don't know.
only type of escape I ever had was like when I was 17.
That's it? That's what I was thinking. That's what my mind went to, was some kind of an escape or something.
I did that when I was
She made
17.
someone look like a
But
fool.
that was, like,
some old
I was a juvenile.
Texas boy, a fool, and he's not going to have any of that.
That was
That's
when
all
I
I
was
could think
17.
of.
Are you serious?
That's all I could think of. Maybe it's something else, but maybe they're just that serious about their drug stuff down there. I don't know, but
That's because I had actually had like my name ran like 2 or 3 times because I was working on the base here, and they said that it was non-extraditable. So when the cop pulled me over, I even told them, I was like, yeah, I got some shit in Texas, but it's not extraditable. Like I've already been ran like 3 times, and they haven't taken me for extradition. And this
There's
time he
no-
was like, "You're being extradited, honey. You're gonna have to come with me." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Yes, that's serious. So where's your partner Bill? And then Bill's
Bob?
Bob.
Bob retired.
Oh.
Bob left me on my own, so.
Did
but
they give you a new partner yet?
What's it? Well, he was from a different county, remember?
Oh yeah.
I'm from Lansing area, and then
Okay.
he's from Grand Rapids area.
Grand Rapids,
So, because he's where
Y'all
it
just
was
got
found.
together because of the case.
Yeah, and he's like where it was found, and I'm where it happened.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
but I'm done. My investigation is.
So what's going on now?
My investigation is over. I am done. I'm like, found out you were here. I was like, I'll stop and talk to her real quick, and
So you were just in Florida?
yeah.
And
Florida
you just found
and
out I was
Texas.
here?
And Texas.
Or
yeah.
you came because I was here?
No.
You just happened to be here. We're like, I know this person?
Yeah, I actually have to be in Texas
Strange.
too, and
Did you
I'm,
get
I'm on like a
time
little
off?
world tour this year. It seems like I've been going out of state all
Did you
the
make it
time.
to India yet?
Well,
I heard that's where she's at. Somebody said she's in India.
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
She's
Yeah.
in Pakistan. I know where she's
My
at.
sister posted it on Facebook. My middle
Which
sister. Tasha.
Tasha did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where she's at, but she probably thinks she's safe there too. But
Did you find what you needed?
what's that?
Did you find everything you needed?
I found everything. I'm
Done.
completely done, and that's what I was going to share a couple things with you, and I found Chris.
Did you?
I found Chris.
At the end of episode 1, we catch a glimpse of the future as the detective speaks to Deneen and confronts her about the information that Chris has given him. And so in episode 2, we'll get to hear Chris's account and compare it to the story that Deneen just revealed to us. Members, they'll get to hear that story tomorrow, and everyone else in 48 hours, unless, of course, you commit a felony against that like button and leave a comment about your crime. And I'll catch you kind folks again soon, right back here on They Called Me. Till next time.